Alrighty, our guest today is 6-foot songwriter, singer, and country music superstar from Staffordsville, Kentucky. That's right.
Kentucky.
19-time Country Music Award winner, 12-time Grammy Award winner, including his most recent win for Best Solo Country Performance for Bad As I Used to Be. You know him from his hits like Tennessee Whiskey, White Horse, Parachute, Nobody to Blame, Broken Halos, and It Takes a Woman. 92%ers, please welcome the man that performed a national anthem so good it brought me to tears.
All right now.
The one and only Chris Stapleton!
Yes, sir!
How many people do you venture you've made cry just from singing the national anthem? At least 2.
Well, I know 2. That's it. I haven't seen much statistics on that beyond that, but
yeah, it was an incredible performance, as only you could have done.
Seriously.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
We were just talking to Julian Edelman about how much the national anthem, for some reason, especially in the Super Bowl, but it's like that moment that just like, even now going to a regular game, I still get goosebumps.
Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Yeah,
but it's like, this whole thing, everybody's together. They got the Jets going over.
Yeah, it's a production and it's heavy.
Yeah, it's a unifying thing. Yeah,
but you made it your own in like the most perfect way, dude. It was so fucking magical, man. It got me fucking fired up. I came out hot in that game.
Got the photos from that one.
Oh yeah. Fucking epic, man.
And it was some great TV editing too, I have to say.
Of course.
They caught you guys,
right moments, man.
And, all the aircraft carrier and all this stuff. It was really great.
She was awesome, man. Well, you're on basically a football podcast. You played some ball back in the day.
Yeah, like 30 years ago.
Oh,
Time out, though.
In high school.
Listen, I know a ball. I know a ball player when I see one.
Yeah.
Look at that haircut right there.
Dude, you already know.
I did have a haircut too, yeah.
You played Tim Couch in high school?
I did.
Yeah. That was the first football jersey I owned, actually. Well, actually, I take it back. I had a Jerome Bettis jersey first, and then Tim Couch was
when
the
they brought the
second.
Browns back, that was the number 1 pick.
We played Couch several times.
How'd it go?
We lost.
Yeah. What positions you were playing?
I was linebacker. And
let's go.
Yeah.
Middle, outside, where were you at?
Inside.
Inside backer.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's awesome, man.
Taking on fullbacks and
It looked like you had a little neck roll in there. You had that little cowboy.
Those are those big
That's just
shoulder
how big
pads.
Those
Those are
fucking
the-
shoulder pads were back in the day.
That's right.
I love it.
Who'd you grow up watching?
Oh, I grew up in like Joe Montana, Jerry Rice era. That was kind of.
Oh yeah.
Dan Marino, those guys.
Very fitting that we're out in San Fran. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, my uncle has a crazy story about how he played Notre Dame. He went to Purdue and he played Notre Dame, and he got to see the first glimpse of Joe Montana's like 2-minute at the end of a game winning it as a freshman at Notre Dame. And I asked Joe Montana about that game, and he said that my uncle didn't even mention this. He threw like 3 picks and got taken out of the game, and then a quarterback got injured and he gets put back in to go save the day afterwards. And it was like, all right, now I got those 3 picks out the way. I'm good to go, baby.
Nobody remembers the picks if you win the game.
You ain't lying.
Before we continue, we've been told you have some gifts.
I do. I brought some whiskey for you guys.
Oh, hell yeah.
Baby.
There's that.
Pass it on down. Is it okay if we open this right now?
Oh, wait, we've got them swapped.
Swap? Okay.
Yeah,
you go there.
they're specific to you.
Okay, got it.
And how do we get lucky, dude?
What,
We
for the
got
bug?
gifts for Chris, right? God damn it. I'm like, you're the first one that has ever came on the show with gifts, dude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Christmas in February.
62 personalized bottle. This is awesome. Well, Travelers
This
with.
happens every Christmas. He always opens them faster than me.
Then we got some glasses.
Dude,
Coaster.
this is nice.
You guys are the first people we've ever done that for, but we got an engraving machine. We just.
Oh, fuck yes. I don't even want to open it.
Well, I have
Listen,
some
you
other
open
stuff
yours
we
and
can-
I'll drink it.
Oh, that's the 90 proof. That's what we have been selling, but this is new coming out. This is 121 proof.
121.
Right here. Those were the 90s. This is
Okay.
not out yet, but I brought this today. If you guys were up for it, we could open it together.
Yeah.
This is the first bottle that I will ever have opened of this and had with anybody.
I am not turning that down for a second.
Please. I'd be honored for you to. No. This has to be. You got to open that thing. Dude, this is so badass.
This is awesome.
There's some glasses in there too, I think.
How long you been in the whiskey game?
Oh, I guess it's a couple of years now. We've been doing that, but depends on what you call in the games. Making it and selling it, a couple of years. There we go. I'll just do like a tasting pour at first, and you guys.
Nice, man.
I might not have should have wrapped things.
Dude, this is awesome, man. Are you kidding me?
What are we calling the 121 proof?
It's foolproof.
Foolproof.
It's just Traveler foolproof.
Love it.
It'll be out very soon in limited quantities, but
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that smells
you
good.
guys ready to go?
Cheers for the first one. Hell yeah, baby.
Hell yeah.
Get this thing going.
Hell yeah.
It's a sipper for me, but you guys do what you want with it.
Well, if I didn't already have enough hair on my chest.
That is fantastic.
Dude, that is
Very
smooth
good.
as shit.
Foolproof. 121, and it is smooth.
Dude, thank you for this bottle. This thing's definitely going up on the bar, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, that's so good. Loosest I've ever been in a podcast.
This is what?
Loosest I've ever been in a podcast. Here we go.
I got to ask even more about it. So, being from Kentucky, it's always just been in like your backyard, right? Like a lot of the distilleries.
But you know, as I became an adult and played music, it's been a big part of what we do. I've always enjoyed Buffalo Trace product, which is that what we do. That's who makes this travel whiskey, and
that's awesome. Man.
You know, always had a bottle of something that they were making in the room for every record we've ever made. And so when I had the opportunity to work with Harlan, who's the master distiller on Pappy and Weller and all these, you know, things that you can't get,
right,
to do this, it was something to jump at. And it's been really good to us, and I think this is going to do well too. And
Oh, this is amazing.
Having fun with it.
That's right.
We jumped in the beer world, but the whiskey world's a whole new world for me. If every one of them tasted as good as this, that bottle's going to be going real quick.
Well, that's going to sneak up on you. It's 121, but the 90 would be
I can feel it, you know.
already.
It's good in a great way.
It warmed me up for the first
No
sip.
doubt. That's the best part. All right. So last time I ran into you, I was at the George Strait concert. I've been to a bunch of your shows.
No, the last time you came to a show, you had a tiny baby.
That's what I was about to say. So you don't know this.
Come again?
Chris met Finley before you met Finn. At his show, she was so new and so young, we couldn't leave her at home, and we wanted to go to the show.
Can't miss the show.
Is that the link? And Chris gave me one of my favorite things, and I've stolen it since you've said it because I love it so much. That you miss like the smell of like newborn babies.
New
There's like a
baby
smell
smells
coming off.
is a great thing. I'm going to sound like a weird, creepy dude talking
No,
about
it's
it.
not creepy at all. Because anybody that's held a kid, I think, an infant like that, you know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're a new parent and you hold the baby, it's the smell of your own child there in your hands. It's a great thing.
Absolutely.
Beautiful thing, man.
I also like to smell other people's babies. That's why, that's where it's going to sound creepy. Pardon me, sir. Can I smell your baby?
Please hand this over. So you're going back on a tour, though.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, we got some tour dates coming up. Nashville's Nissan Stadium, Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium, Hershey Park Stadium in Pennsylvania, Paycor Stadium, Cincinnati. We've been there a few times.
Yeah.
Fenway Park, 2 nights. Have you ever played Fenway?
No. Well, I've played. They have a smaller venue in Fenway that we play.
Okay.
We've never played the part proper.
In the big, okay.
Oh, man.
And then Casey's Morton Amphitheater. Do you like the big, giant arenas, or do you like more, like, what do you like more performing in?
They all have their strong points. I mean, I like that we can get more people in the bigger
go.
places.
I get it. Yeah.
But I also, some places that like Fenway are magic in ways that they have historical significance, and
Fuck yeah.
just playing Wrigley Field, or when you go to these places that have been around a while, those places have ghosts in them, or even playing the Fillmore here. We're in San Francisco right now. Like playing the Fillmore here has a lot of music history, and you do those things, and you feel like you're part of the ethos of music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I've talked to Taylor about this a few times, but she grew up in the country world in Nashville and in high school and coming up, and she was underneath a lot of these big country singers, and she raves about how together they are, how they maneuver on tour and stuff like that. How was it rocking with George Strait around the country?
George is the best, man. George doesn't play a lot of shows, but we played as many as we could with him, and I think I almost talked him into pseudo coming out of retirement. He was playing
Convincing
less and less shows, and we had a lot of fun playing a few shows with him. I was like, hey man, many of these as you want to do, let's do them. So we picked up and played more, and I think he had fun doing it too. And I don't know, we just have a good time.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Favorite city?
I mean, I like a lot of cities for different reasons. My favorite venue to play in is probably the Forum in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Just because it sounds so good. And it also has, you walk down the hallway and it's like they have all the people that have played there on the walls, like
That
Led
shit's cool as hell.
Zeppelin, just
Fuck yeah.
crazy shit. You're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go play the Forum.
You can feel history in some of these arenas and stadiums. The Forum feels like it was made for that. Obviously the Lakers
For
and
music,
everybody,
it has
but
the wood
yeah.
and all the it just it has the sports history too, but the music history of it is incredible.
That's awesome, man.
Wonderful.
I haven't heard that one yet, the Forum.
Do you remember your first concert?
Ooh.
My first concert was probably Bon Jovi at Rupp Arena. with Skid Row opening.
Oh, wow.
And Skid Row was so loud, I had to go out in the hallway. I was like, I was maybe I was eight or nine.
Okay.
They were hammering.
Yeah. That's amazing. I love it.
But it was fun, yeah.
So big Bon Jovi fan.
Yeah, I like Bon Jovi. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, man, so all that stuff is good.
I had that. So growing up, Bon Jovi, you were in the rock world, the country world, all the above.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in a rural part of the country too. So we had, my dad listened to all the outlaw music, like Waylon and Willie, Merle Haggard, and all those guys, but also old R&B and stuff like that. So
nice.
I had it from all directions, and I don't, if it's good, it's good. There's two kinds of music, good and bad. That's it.
So we always talk about this in sports. Actually, like to be a great athlete, it's best to play a bunch of different sports, and before you narrow down into one sport. Do you think it's similar in like? Do you think playing and listening to all these forms of music and then narrowing down into like a specific genre makes you a better musician? Or do you think it's best to stay in like one thing?
I have to share this just because it popped in my head as you were saying that.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I went to Rick Pitino basketball camp.
Let's go. Louisville action. Hell yeah.
And Rick Pitino, he spoke to us before we had the camp. I'm sure you guys went through camps.
Yeah. Oh, you know how it goes, yeah.
And he's like, now, in order to be a good basketball player, you have to play 3 sports. 1-on-1 basketball, 3-on-3 basketball, and 5-on-5 basketball.
That's a banger.
That pops in my head as you were saying that. But I do think there's something that can strengthen you as a musician if you can, kind of at least have a working knowledge of a lot of different kinds of music.
Absolutely.
But at some point, all these influences kind of converge into whatever it is that you are, and that's what that is, So
I love it.
That's awesome, man.
Do you remember your first concert you played?
I don't.
No,
I don't. Probably in church. Or not. That's not a concert. Like I used to sing in church.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah,
a couple times in high school, I owned a PA, so we'd randomly get hired by somebody that needed a PA to open for them sometimes.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
In high school, like it's hard to get people to take things seriously and like try to work as a band, and then you think you're going to go to college for a minute like me, and then you do that, and that doesn't work out for you, and you're like, well, what am I going to do? And so you get random jobs driving trucks or delivering pizzas or whatever it is, and then until you find out what it is that you do.
Yeah.
So now I gotta ask you, got me going down a rabbit hole, dude. You were a pizza driver?
I was not that high up on the totem pole.
Still though.
I was the guy. Have you ever been in a parking lot? I don't know if they did that. This is where you guys were from, but and you go into a store or something, you come back and there are coupons on your windshield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was the guy that put the coupons on the windshield.
Yeah. Nice, man. Running around in the parking lot, that's fucking gold, man.
Basically, I mean, giving people money, essentially. I mean,
Right. Like Santa Claus.
Like Robin Hood, man. This is sweet.
What process of music making do you enjoy the most?
Oh yeah.
Writing, working out the sound and melody. I guess that all kind of goes
I
the
was
same
gonna
thing.
say, do you even
Performing, like what's the best part?
Oh, it's all part of one wheel for me. I like it all when it's working. I'm frustrated by it all when it's not. But I do enjoy writing, but I don't do a lot of that anymore. I do enjoy going to the studio, and the studio is probably my favorite part.
Okay. Nice.
Really, although I don't have any plans to go do much of that these days, really either. But they all feed into each other, and it's not really a separate thing.
Right.
And you have to do all of them in order to, once again, be whatever it is that you are.
Hell yeah. I just have to say this. The tiny desk of you and your wife was one of the most magical, like, tiny desks that I've seen. That's the closest thing I get during the season to seeing live music is like doing, like, just surfing on the web and watching everything like that. Like when you're in an intimate setting like that, like, does it change how you're performing? Or is it just kind of like take you back to like, just, I don't know, what I would assume is like the beginning stages of you and a guitar and just making...
Well, we try to maintain that even, as we play larger venues. Like we still set up the same on a big stage that we would set up in a club, or we don't change our setup. I'm kind of tethered to a chord. I don't do a lot of moving around or anything. That's not my deal. It doesn't change my mentality. We're still just playing songs. But somehow it feels like a little more pressure sometimes to play very intimate things more than a massive things, because you can see the reactions of the 5 people in the room, or there's a little more pressure there in an odd way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you say you're not doing much songwriting anymore, but how many songs do you venture you've probably written?
Oh,
Can't
thousands.
even count it. Yeah, I was gonna say
more
can't even count it.
more than 1,000 for sure. Yeah.
That is incredible. What is the process for you is it always the same? Is
No.
it strikes in different ways?
Well, I mean, I grew up as a salary songwriter. I came up in the business as that's
The songs you've written are insane. Yeah.
as songwriting,
Yes.
and to the point that I was a salary songwriter in a publishing house, and so we would show up at the crack of noon or something, and we make appointments, and it feels very not sexy when I describe it that way, but that's what we did. We worked it like a job, and you come in, it's a very workman mentality, and early on I would do that 3 or 4 times a day. I would have different appointments with people, and I would come out with songs and crank, trying to figure out how to do it and how to be good at it.
Hell yeah.
And eventually you figure something out, or you get lucky enough to make people think that you did.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what that is. But the process can be different. For me, if I'm sitting by myself, I'll probably just have a guitar and hum and strum.
Does the melody come first and then the
For
lyrics?
me, a lot. If I'm by myself, that would, or something. I've dreamt choruses before, or
That's
wake
fucking
up
cool,
with
man.
just I'm writing a song right now, not necessarily, but I would be if you said something, or you said something, or something struck me, a light on the wall, that would start the wheels turning.
Hell yeah.
So you can't avoid it if you are a songwriter a little bit. You're always writing a song,
Yeah.
even if you're not.
Materials all
Writing a
around
song.
you, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell. I wish I had the fucking brains to be able to just put words to music like that. It's insane stuff, man.
It is.
I can't even write a full sentence out.
Finish this and you won't be able to.
All right. Does every country western song need to mention the following? Mamas, trains, prison, getting drunk.
You're
Well,
talking
listen,
about the perfect country and western
that's
song.
Right. It is one of my favorite
Written by
songs.
Steve Goodman.
That's right. Is there some truth to that? Like, I feel like that's a caricature almost now in a lot of country music, where it's like,
I don't think you have to do that, but certainly when you do, those of us who know that as the list of things that are supposed to be in there
yeah,
would go, all right, cool, good job.
Cover the bases, nice.
Yeah.
at this point in your career, do you go to places for like honest feedback from like where you're at, or do you
Well, I'm married to my wife.
the
who is
biggest honest?
who is the most honest person.
Shout out
She'll
to
tell me
Morgan.
if
Yeah.
something sucks immediately, and she doesn't pull punches.
That's the best, man.
I don't need to go anywhere else for honest feedback.
There you go.
Coach is right there letting you know. That's awesome.
Do you have any places you want to play that you haven't played yet?
Ooh.
I'm sure there are, but I don't know what they are.
Have you ventured much out of the States in terms of
We've played in Europe a little bit and Australia, but we have never been to South America to play.
in terms of outside of the US? What was your most like accepting crowd? The ones that got the craziest.
Oh, they've all been wonderful. Everybody in Europe's great, and Australians are great. Everybody's really nice to us, and
Hell yeah.
we don't do it that much. We don't, it might be 3 or 4 years before we do those kinds of things, and so people really show up.
That's awesome.
It's a really nice feeling to think that whatever you've done has crossed an ocean and gone to the other side of the world.
Do you feel like for country music in general too, like those opportunities overseas are becoming more like the genre is growing? Like it feels like way bigger than it was when I was growing up.
I do think that that's true. I mean, there's always been some element, particularly in Europe and Australia, has a very, kind of Australian country music scene of
Yes.
its own.
Yeah.
But yes, I think as a whole, there's probably more of a market for it than there ever has been.
Like I was over in Ireland and this young kid was like caddying for us. He got in his car when he was leaving and he was blaring. I forget what the country song was, but it was
One of mine, right?
Exactly. It was Parachute. Yeah. So this is fantastic.
Thank you.
And you guys also have a car this year in NASCAR?
Yeah, we have a car at the Daytona 500. This is the second year for it.
Okay.
It's a partnership with Junior Motorsports, which is Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Fuck
Heck
yeah.
And we're going to Daytona 500 together.
Oh man.
Is there a cooler pastime in any sport than what NASCAR was like originated from? Like running from the cops is the pastime
Well, I
of the
think-
sole sport. There's nothing tops
Not
that.
just running from the cops, but bootlegging. is
Bootlegging,
running
sorry,
from,
yes,
running from the
yeah,
cops.
yeah,
But so I think there's a good history between whiskey and what NASCAR has come from. And so I think it made sense. It was kind of a crazy idea. I'm friends with Rick Hendrick of Hendrick Racing, and I think we kind of floated his way. He's like, well, Junior was looking to get into maybe running a car in the 500, and he kind of put us together, and I think that's how that happened. It all just kind of came to this head of we wanted to do it, and they wanted to do it, and I, last year I sat, in the pit with the headphones on and listened to all the stuff that nobody gets to hear, and watch the race in that inside kind of way, and it was intense.
That is cool. That is really
super
cool.
intense.
Yeah.
Have you always been into NASCAR, growing up and everything, or
Not necessarily. I think the race cars are cool. I like going fast.
fuck yeah?
Not as fast as those guys.
I was gonna say,
Those guys,
if they
those
got-
guys are different animals.
Have you gotten in one of them cars?
No.
No. Is there a desire to?
No.
said you like going fast.
No, I don't have that. I don't have that gene. I appreciate the stamina and the will and the lack of fear
Yes.
that it takes to get in one of those things.
We went to a bowl game. Was that? Oh, you weren't there. You were already
No,
in the league.
sorry.
So we went to a bowl game in Charlotte, and obviously the NASCAR Hall of Fame's out there. So part of the bowl game in college was that we got to go experience going around the track in one of those cars, and you're basically sideways going around those turns.
Yeah.
That is a steep turn.
grade.
And you're hugging the outside of the car, and somebody else is behind the wheel, and you it's a fucking wild ride.
I mean, I took a hot lap with a race car driver in a track car that wasn't like a race car, and he was telling me how much more it could do if it was outfitted for the race, and I was about to puke. I was just like, okay, I'm good, man. let me out.
Well, I've been a major fan of yours for a long time. Really started when you were still with the Steel Drivers, playing with that group. That was the first time I heard your voice. I'm like, man, this guy just has something about him that I just love listening to. And then it went from there when you started doing your solo thing and really took off. And you've gone so far. Do you have a moment when it all initiated where you're like, man, I'm really doing this? I'm in the music industry.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in the music industry as a writer. That was my goal. When I moved to town, I met a guy that was a songwriter named Steve Leslie, and who was kind enough to introduce me to some people. And the instant, I was a salaried songwriter working in the music business, sitting in a room making up songs for a living. And that was making it to me.
Hell yeah.
I'm playing a guitar for a living. What more could you want?
That's right.
Was there anybody walked in those rooms, or you took those meetings with that you were like, oh shit, I got to create something with this. I got to
Or
rise to
maybe
the
somebody's
occasion.
performing it and you're like, I just wrote a song that somebody I don't know.
I did early on. I went into the room with a veteran songwriter guy, because I was real lucky to get in the room with some of those guys,
Yeah.
And I sat down in the room with him. Never met the guy. And he goes, hey, man, you must have a pretty big ego. I'm just like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you're 23. You're walking in here thinking you can do this with us and, make a living doing it. You must have a pretty big ego. And I'm just like, well, if that's how you want to look at it, I guess. I guess so.
Not gonna say no.
Let's see what we can do.
Well, that is awesome.
Dog, thank you for the stories. Appreciate the wisdom. Appreciate you taking the time and even coming over here.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate the gifts.
Yeah,
Appreciate the whiskey.
Appreciate you giving me all
Absolutely.
nice and
I hope you guys
warmed
don't have
up.
much more to do today, but you probably do.
We don't have much more. We only got, I think, a little bit longer.
Yeah, but this is just sitting down talking. This doesn't work. You already
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
Especially we get to hang out with guys
When
like
the
you,
talking
so.
becomes easier when you're.
It just flows.
That's right.
Oh, man. Appreciate you coming on, and
Yeah,
cheers
cheers.
one last time,
Yeah,
brother.
cheers.
Thank you, man.
Thank you to Chris Stapleton. Once
Yes,
again, that
sir.
conversation was brought to you by Claude.
Just the best dude, man. He's so down to earth, so just himself, man. I got to see him 2 days later at an NFL event, absolutely tearing it up, man. And something about him that just makes you want to know more about him. The more conversations you have with him, because he's such an interesting guy, man.
For sure.
Appreciate him coming on and sharing some stories with us.
That wraps up another episode of New Heights. Thank you to Chris Stapleton for being here, and check out his tour, the All-American Road Show.
Yeah, baby.
Go get you some Traveler whiskey today. whatever proof you want. It's all going to be good.
All right, man.
And make sure you subscribe to the New Heights channel on YouTube and follow New Heights on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcast. You can listen to new episodes of New Heights ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
Once again, New Heights, a Wondery show brought to you by Expedia, the one place you go to go places. How about that? And follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S. Thank you to the New Heights production team for always keeping us organized and making us way more professional than what we really are. And thank you again to all those 92%ers. We wouldn't do this without you. We can't do this without you. We love you guys. And we'll see you guys next week or this Friday. Peace.
Over here crushing beers for the past 3 hours, and we had one of those. I'm just sitting here like, dude, I gotta tell you about this tiny desk you did, man. I don't know if you remember, but
Travis Kelce may...
Wedding bells may be on the horizon for Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, but could baby news be next? During a recent episode of the New Heights podcast, Travis found himself smiling quietly as his brother Jason Kelce and country star Chris Stapleton reminisced about fatherhood, specifically the unforgettable newborn baby smell. Chris joked that he might sound weird and creepy talking about it, but quickly explained that any parent understands the special bond. It's the smell of your own child. It's a great thing, he shared. Jason agreed, insisting there's nothing strange about it at all. Travis, who is engaged to Taylor, didn't say much, but fans noticed everything. With a soft smile, the Kansas City Chiefs star chimed in sweetly, "I don't see creepy. I see it as a beautiful thing." Viewers immediately flooded social media, pointing out how unusually quiet he became during the baby talk. "Travis never gets quiet," one fan wrote. "You can see in his eyes he's imagining that moment." While the couple hasn't revealed any plans about starting a family, even their mom Donna Kelce has jokingly admitted Jason is currently her favorite for giving her grandchildren, adding a little playful pressure on Travis to follow suit. And according to Kylie Kelce, Travis is already more than prepared. On her podcast, she praised him as the best uncle, saying he gives his nieces his full attention, getting down on the floor and playing whatever they want. "They don't care what you bring," she told him. "You just show up and you do." Meanwhile, Taylor and Travis continue to serve major couple goals. The pair recently stepped out for a romantic winter date night in New York City, holding hands as they headed into a private members club. Taylor stunned in a luxurious Louis Vuitton wrap coat paired with Christian Louboutin boots, while Travis kept it effortlessly cool in pinstripe trousers and a cozy sweater. Fans also couldn't help but connect the dots when it comes to Taylor's famous lucky number 13. From album announcements to milestone moments, the number has followed her career, and Swifties are now speculating whether June 13th could be their wedding date. Adding fuel to the buzz, Travis's jersey number 87 combined with Taylor's 13 equals 100, something Taylor once jokingly called part of the numerology of why we're dating. Between baby talk, wedding rumors, and sweet Valentine's Day nods, one thing is clear. Travis and Taylor are entering an exciting new chapter. And if fatherhood is in Travis Kelce's future, fans are already convinced he'll absolutely nail it.